Hello, worldwide. Dutch government bill proposes monitoring all transactions over €100. This is happening now, people. So just to let you know, like this, something that a protest should be done about to get attention to it one time, and then we get a petition set up, because yeah, now what we gonna see, you know.
Money in the bank just for a rainy day, that might not be rain coming down, just the chairman of the bank urinating on your head from his office window. On this show a couple of months back, our pal Leilani Dowding went to her local branch to withdraw a modest sum under 500 quid and was asked by the bank clerk for what purpose she needed the money. Leilani being Leilani, she opened what I believe our American friends call a can of whoop-ass on the clerk. But the constraints on your use of your money are tightening around the world. The Dutch government has a new bill proposing to monitor all transactions over €100. That's about 100 quid, or indeed $100. All Western currencies are mysteriously converging right now, almost as if in preparation for the introduction of the digital Klaus Schwab mark across the entire Western world. Ava.
Now, for those that don't get what that is, that's crypto. You understand? So, meaning to say, people right now should be looking into what is a crypto wallet, what is the crypto exchange, because you're going to need these things. Unless they're going to somehow link that directly to your bank, which in that, yeah, I don't know, but start looking into crypto. This is what I'm telling you. The BBS, you could already start learning about these things. But cool.
Vlaardinga broke, the least deranged Dutch person in the Netherlands, joins me. Can this really be true, Ava, that every single transaction over €100 is now going to be recorded and monitored by the state?
Well, if it's up to our Minister of Finance, Sigrid Kaag, that is exactly what is going to happen. Like you said, she wants to monitor every transaction that we spend. So that is basically everything nowadays. We all know that if you go to the grocery store, you end up buying 2 bags of groceries, and that costs you €100. So everything that you are spending your money on will be known then by the banks and will be centralized. This information will be centralized and collected into a database that will be accessible for them and the government, I think up to 5 years later. So imagine, that's not just your diet. They won't just know what you buy at the grocery store. They'll know your medical bill. So they'll have information basically into your medical file. They will know what political party you give money to. They will know what you spend your money on a Saturday night. They will know everything about you through the money that you spend. And obviously, you wonder why. Well, our government says we are doing this to combat money launderers. Well, in the society that I live in, I would like to assume that we live in a rule of law, that we have a liberal democracy where the government doesn't treat its own citizens as criminals and that the presumption of innocence exists. Well, this...
Yeah, and this is the thing though. The people gotta know that it's the people supposed to govern these people. This is the whole thing. Y'all don't get it. These people work for us. It's because of us they have a job. Y'all don't know how literal that is. It's really like that. But if the people step down from their position, yeah.
This obviously turns that completely around. So there's a presumption of guilt. You are treated as a criminal, and only if the government sees that you don't behave like a criminal, they will let you go. And that's obviously also the way that they basically guilt trip people into doing this, because people who oppose this, they will say to, well, do you have something to hide?
Yeah, I would throw it back. Do you have something to hide? But this is the whole thing, people, and why I agree with the government and why I say that the system will be their downfall. Because if this applies to us, what you think? It don't apply to them. They are the biggest frauders. So all we gotta do is We get the right people in there. We got to start from the community. This is why my focus is the community and the people. Because we are the masses. We have the power in numbers. But yeah, too many of them numbers is on the bullshit.
Yep, yep. That's always the way, that if you're not guilty, what do you have something to hide? And I take it when I get these things now, every couple of weeks from people who say the banks in the UK wanted to know for what purpose you're withdrawing 150 or 200 pounds. That there are all kinds of other people who are just going along and saying, oh, yes, well, I was thinking of putting down a deposit on a holiday, or, there's not widespread resistance to this. People are going along with it, Ava.
Exactly, because I would have said, what the hell is my money? But, there are a lot of you, like the dude saying, yeah, y'all just go along. Because so many of y'all keep going along, that's why bullshit like this is happening. Y'all gonna go along with this too, right? You don't mind. You work hard for your money, but still you gotta explain to somebody what you're doing with your money. Like,
Yes, and it's pretty much insane. If you would say, hey, you have nothing to hide. Okay, well, why aren't you okay then with the police coming into your house every day? You have nothing to hide,
exactly. You see where it's going. Smart girl.
right? It's basically the same thing. You would think that people would never accept that, but then when it's about banks and it's about your banking information, then suddenly it's like, okay, well, I guess I have no argument against that. But we should have plenty of arguments against it. First
Exactly.
of all, like I said, in a functioning society, you would think that the presumption of innocence is worth something.
But this is the whole thing. What's a functioning society to you? Because to me, a functioning society would mean to say everybody in the government know their role and job and they're doing that. All business owners know their jobs and responsibilities and they're doing that. But also the people know their responsibilities and they're doing that. That's a functioning society. We do not have that. Not even close.
We live in a free society still, is what you'd like to think. But also, this is very clearly a step towards a monetary system that is surrounded around mass surveillance and control. So if the government knows everything about what you spend your money on, that is only one step ahead or away, I would say, from what we discussed last week. And those are the central bank digital currencies. Because 100 euros, come on, that is basically everything nowadays. So, and they also, within this bill, is maybe interesting to mention, they also prohibit the cash payments of over 3,000 euros. So they're already cracking down on the cash too. So it's very clear where they want to go. They want to go to central bank digital currencies, a digital coin that they will control. And in the future, they will also control they won't just see what you spend it on, but they will be the ones deciding what you may spend it on.
Exactly.
Well, what I find interesting about that, Ava, is that even on the transactions under 100 euros, that only applies to consumer transactions. So if you want to spend 70 euros at Amazon, the Dutch government will still let you do that. But if I were to say, if you were to lend me 5 euros because I'm a bit short of cash this week, that's not a consumer transaction. And so in theory, that would be something that the Dutch government would use as the right to enter us in their database and monitor us.
They just do that. If you got a kidding, you got to, because they ask me this too, like my cousin does send me some money sometimes if I ain't got, you guys questions about that. My thing is, I just always then pay back. But now, if you're the person that don't pay back, yeah, they just seeing that as you getting more money. But this only applies if you buy the government. If you're not by the government, they have no power on these things. But yeah, I think you get the picture. Like I've been saying, check the BBS. There you can come on, you could earn, you'll be earning crypto by the time of January, and you're learning about crypto. I'm telling you,